And I'm back. So this is the little historical document that I'm making in order to remind myself how I felt and what's happened since Kelly left, which she technically hasn't even, I don't think, completely taken off from where she's taken off from, which was Denzipar, Bali. But we've had like a fantastic and I mean like just wonderful time together, and it's just been so special. And then so a few things have happened today that I want to talk about, and then also I just wanted to I guess debrief myself. So I did not expect, the first thing I want to remember is like I did not expect to feel so emotional today. I've I would like to think that I am quite a put together person. I can normally manage my emotions. It's taken me a couple of years to be able to do that. I've done a lot of work on myself, and normally I can just like self settle, soothe, like a parent owning their inner child. But today was a real struggle. Like I've just had lots of ups and downs. And I put that down to a few things, although I don't believe that anybody should super try and analyse them, because emotions are just emotions. They come and go. Like that's the beauty of them. It might be like sucking an egg here, but emotion is energy in motion. It comes in and out of you and then it's gone. And you don't want to harbour them inside and not process. But there was just a lot of energy and motion today, I think. I guess the first thing is, it's just been amazing to connect with another human being. Although I loved her so dearly, and she was always a best friend since the second I met her. Just, one of those real good eggs. It rocked my world a little bit, thinking, oh, I'm not going to see her for quite some time now. And it's not the first time that Kelly's made the effort to come to Asia, very specifically, the other side of the world from the UK, to see me, for us just to have some time together. And then this time round I got to meet Kelly's family, which was amazing because they're all just like just amazing as her. And then today is my little niece's Maya's birthday, and because I can't be there with my family, that really sucks. It really does suck. I'm not great with babies. Like I'm not. Although I'm a big kid, and I got my sister to write this in her card for her. This Maya, my niece, she's just amazing. So it's not nice not to be next to family today, and then Kelly leave. And also the past 5 weeks has just felt like a little bit like an extended holiday. And the Better Experiment, or this whole travel trip that I'm going on, is designed to be a fulfilling part of my life where I change direction and I create something new for my life that doesn't exist. Not yet. And part of this, the inspiration, I guess, of documenting myself now here, getting ready. And I don't want you to feel like this is one of the get ready with me videos, although I love watching them. It is because it's alone time where I've been very thoughtful in the shower, and then very thoughtful getting my new little pad for the next couple of nights, where I'm like, oh, okay, well, now you have to get to work. And that can make you feel a bit wobbly when you just feel like you've just been on holiday. You feel a bit, I don't know if you know, or it resonates when you come back from like a 2-week holiday, or even sometimes 10 days. Going back to work can feel a bit like, oh. Now I want you to imagine that feeling when you don't specifically have anything to work on. I mean, I do have some things that I have to do, some life admin. I'm still writing my book, but I'm not working for anyone at the moment. So, trying to give yourself some routine and discipline. And also, I'm still a little bit sick. This sounds like a violin story. This wasn't the purpose of this. What I do really appreciate right now, though, is just, again, how kind everybody is in the world. And I have this theory, is like, oh, is it because we don't notice kindness that people don't see it? Or is it because I do notice kindness that I see it? I don't know. I haven't found the answer on Reddit yet, if anyone's there and could help me. But one thing. So I really did not feel You have to forgive me, I'm still struggling with this little coffee virus. I didn't feel like going out this evening, but we met some friends here, and I think just the way I'm feeling a bit like disconnected. I'm obviously going to miss Kelly. I really wish I was with my family today, and just some other stuff going on. I'm like, no, it's probably not a good idea just to sit inside and feel sorry for yourself with a television that doesn't work. I don't want to waste my night watching Netflix or some other TV show. I'd rather go out and at least experience new people or hear stories from the world, or at least be in the world, not hiding myself away when I feel a little bit sad. I wouldn't say a little bit sad, that's not fair, Zoe. I'd say reflective or thoughtful. Yeah, I think thoughtful is probably the better term. And then the other, sorry, I did start with this. I was listening to, I think algorithms people moan about, or they often, I hear them complain about being advertised to. I think it's so helpful personally. So like the YouTube recommendations that came up today for me was like, one was like, if you ever feel, and sometimes this is a bit like horoscopes, right? So you hear what you want to hear, but boom, it said when you're in a transition in life, when you're changing or evolving, it's going to feel a little bit silent, and it's going to feel like nothing's happening. And if you're a fast mover normally, that's going to feel very uncertain and very alien, and you're going to fight against it. And the advice in this was just to like take it slow, and just remember like things will always change and have always changed in your entire life. And that sat with me, because I was like, okay, well, that's true. And then it went on about scientific evidence that says before any colossal evolvement, even throughout history, even with thousands or millions of people, actually there's a calm before the storm. I know that sounds cheesy, but I was listening to it. I wish I could remember more facts. This would sound a little bit more concrete, but it was true. Like, that is evidence. Like, that those things did happen. So right now, yeah, I'm just in this world of uncertainty. And again, the bet or the dream is like I find like a purpose or something to like work and like chuck myself at next, because it feels very uneasy for me. Like, I've worked since I was 12 years old. I lied about my age so I could start working. And so this is a long period of time, 5 weeks to not, well, I've done parts of work, but not like I don't need to be employed, but like feeling like I'm making a difference. I guess one thing I could do is start learning how to articulate myself better. One thing I'm proud of, though, if I'm honest, is no matter what, like when I do film these videos, I do just post them as they are. I don't muck around with them. I don't skirt around the truth. I don't try and make them look better than they are. They are just literally me in the world. And one thing I'm happy about is if I ever get lucky to have kids in the future, then they'll be able to watch their little mumsy in her early days, be a goofy person, but a very honest one. Trying to share in the hope that it inspires someone. So, if I can do this, if I can sit on the other side of the planet, away from family and friends, worrying about whether I'm in the right place at the right time, whether I've left it too late, whether I'm good enough, whether it all works out, whether I can create value, then anybody else can have all of that anxiety. I'm joking, but I've definitely done harder things in my life, so I feel like a bit too privileged sometimes. So I know it's all relative, but just to worry. Like, I thought I was more of a risk taker actually at the start of this trip. Like, I was all a little bit obnoxious, I think, perhaps, that I was like, it's fine, it's all going to work out. But yeah, I think sometimes different seeds take longer to grow. So yeah, perhaps I'm an oak tree now. Who knows? What I am though is frightened of mosquitoes, and this new place is amazing because A, my foot can fit on this massively. I could roll around in it if I want to. B, it's so quiet and nice here. So I deliberately picked somewhere a little bit more out of town. So I've got like a few days before I move on elsewhere. I'm going to explore, I think, the Gili Islands next. And this place is it's like a homestay. So when I say homestay in Bali, a homestay is, I guess, the same as a guest house in the UK. So they'll do bread and breakfast. They don't pick breakfast. I don't know if that was an option, but no, I don't think that did. And then they have one small pool here, but it is in the sun. Respect. And then you get your own little. It's like a tiny villa for two. You've got your own private bathroom. Obviously, this ginormous bed. Plenty of storage space, and the air conditioning is on point. Like, it's really good. So yeah, that's my activity for now. And then a few friends I'm going to meet tonight. I think they're going to see it like some DJ at some place. I'm not going to go for that park because I'm really not in the headspace for that. But I will go for a bit of dinner, so I'm not just sitting in it like a Larry loser tonight on my own. I'll make the effort, and then I'll come back. One thing I didn't do this morning, and I normally have always been doing this, is my morning pages, and that's when I journal for 3 pages solid. There's another video on this, you can find it, called Morning Pages, a story on my channel, but it is so amazing how much of a difference that I believe that would have made to my day if I had done it. I didn't do it this morning because everything was a bit of a rush. We were leaving the villa, we had to clean. The Airbnb hosts were a little bit naggy, in my humble opinion, about towels and taking rubbish out and stuff. So we had that to deal with, and I wanted to say goodbye to Kellsie's family and spend as much time as Kellsie I could. So yeah, I didn't do them. It does make a difference, because then I'm left with the day. So to come back to morning pages is just an avenue or a tool for you to journal out 3 pages of just random thoughts that you have first thing in the day. And sometimes I'll write a to-do list about what I've got to do first. It'll be like stuff in my mind as soon as I wake up. Sometimes it will be loads of affirmations. Often this is a mix of everything I'm going to say right now, but affirmations. Then there'll be like a gratitude list, like things that I'm grateful for today and yesterday, and what was I grateful for most this month. A lot of stuff will come up, like my dream. What was my dream last night? I nearly always will write my top goals, my top 10 goals for my life in it. What else? Sometimes I draw pictures. That's more recent. Yeah, and normally it takes about 15. The fastest I've ever done it, because I did time this at the start, so I knew how much time I would need to leave in the morning to make my routine. But it's like 15 to 20 minutes. 20 minutes is when it's like you're sitting like, what do I write? And the important thing is, it doesn't matter what you write. Like you won't ever go back. That's not the point of the exercise. The exercise is like get the thoughts out of your head, and you're going to be clearer for the rest of the day. You're just a lot more calm. And people, when I started doing it, people just started to notice. They'd just be like, oh, you've really got your give up. And I was like, well, I don't, but I definitely have like my head thoughts together, or a little bit more so. It frightens me how much I'm burning my hair when I use these. That's why I often do not bother with that. But anyway, I'm gonna leave us with my favourite quote, because it really was something that I thought about so much today. Where anyone that knows me knows that my favourite inspiring quote in the world is, "Ships are safe at harbour, but that's not why they are built." And I'll tell everyone that as if I'm some gospel preacher, but often I forget myself. So, yeah, you're not in a comfort zone anymore, Zoe. You're out from harbour in your own ship that you designed and planned this way. So let's go and get it, girl. Over and out.